Today I'm going to talk about how to outline your course. By the end of this video, the knowledge that you have, you can package it into an online course. Start monetizing your knowledge. One of the questions I get is, where do I even start? How do you get organized? How do you package everything together? The first thing that you want to do is brainstorm. What outcome do you want your student to have? You're gonna ask yourself questions like, what skills or knowledge will your students gain? How will your students benefit from this program? Will your students need certain skills to be successful? The second thing that you wanna do is identify your target audience and their pain. Who is it that you're talking to? What is it that they suffer with? What can you do for that specific person? Who is it that I want to serve? Because when you sell to everyone, most likely you're gonna be selling to nobody. It's too broad. I'm gonna give you an example. I love getting my nails done. If a nail company like nail polish would market to me, they wouldn't be able to convince me to buy their product. If a nail artist with really fancy gemstones and all of the things, they're talking to me, someone that loves to get fake long bedazzled nails, I am their ideal client. Does that make sense? So there's two completely different. Nails is way too broad. You have to get a little bit more specific on who you're talking to. How do you know what struggles or pain points they're facing? What are they going through? Most of the time, your ideal audience is you a few weeks ago, a few months ago, years ago. So really dig deep on what is it that you went through. You can also do surveys. Survey your community. Even if you have 10 followers, you can survey your 10 followers. You can join Facebook groups and really start listening to people's problems and posts and their concerns. I would even get on a call if you can. Poll your audience. That comes in handy in stories. Taking that poll, like, what do you think? This or that? What do you need help with? This or that? You can talk about what are your goals? What do you think you should do about this problem? How would you feel if you feel like this? People start listening and engaging. Number 3, narrow down that pain point. When you start getting your answers, let's say you are able to get 10 answers, you're not gonna have 10 different pain points. You can narrow that down 2 to 3 pain points. Then you can start creating that curriculum for your student. Which brings me to number 4 is getting those milestones. For example, I have a course about how can you create a course. Shameless plug. What are the milestones that my students need? They need to make sure to brainstorm. They need to survey their audience, make a list. These are all different milestones, and their pain point is, well, I need to create something and add more income to my business. Expand my business without expanding myself. Once I have that, I create these milestones of first step. This is the second step that comes into creating a course. We're gonna package it up into one module, and that has 3 different steps. I hope that's making sense to you. Keep in mind that a lot of these steps you may be able to just remove because you don't wanna overwhelm. You wanna make sure that this is something very actionable, and it's not just to make a course to say that you sold a course. You wanna get results for this person to be your very best testimony. They're gonna be your word of mouth when you get them that result. Next step is your content creation and your estimated time of video. You don't want to overdo these videos. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, an hour video, it may be able to be reduced to a 30-minute video, depending on who your ideal client is. Personally, for me, a lot of the people that I talk to are busy moms, busy entrepreneurs. They have other things going on, so like 30 minutes to an hour may be too long. My lessons are anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes because that's something that they could watch on their break, take some action, grab that PDF that they need to fill out. You're gonna have to survey who is it that you're talking to and how long do they need to be. There's definitely exceptions to the rule, so yes, you can have a whole hour. I have one of my PDF course bonuses is a 45-minute masterclass, but that's a bonus. I want to make sure that you know, just keep it short. Make sure that they are actionable steps. Number 6 is your resources. What is it that you're going to give to them? Are you going to give them PDFs, videos, audio trainings? Are you going to transcribe? Are you going to do quizzes? Are you going to do graded assignments? How are you going to make it so accessible to them? And number 7, continuing to get that feedback, especially when you're just starting. Like if you only have one student, you need to treat them like gold result and get that feedback from them. Is this understandable? Is this short enough, long enough? What else do you need? And as you continue compiling that information from your students, you can implement that into your course. Maybe you have to re-record it. Maybe you have to screen share instead of just speaking face to camera like this. Think about your client. Think about how are they going to get that result, and ultimately all you want to do is resolve their problem. And the best way to do that is creating slides step by step while recording yourself. That's what we're going to talk about in the next video. Make sure to go watch that, and I'll see you then.